So I decided to try Local Crate. It's a meal kit service, and it's taking recipes and like foods from local areas. So I thought it was a neat idea. I did a salad last night, a Cobb salad. Wasn't impressed. Mostly because I should have gone with my gut and not put that much garlic in the sauce, and that kind of ruined everything. But tonight I'm trying the Mojo pork chops with crispy grilled potatoes and a Pico de Gallo. Um, it's supposed to take me 30 to 35 minutes. I'm starting this at 4:39. Really, we'll give it a little bit here. I'm supposed to see a medium difficulty. We'll see how this goes. Um, it may be kind of messy. So to start out with, I'm gonna see what I'll have for ingredients. So it comes with a couple different items. It comes with a paper bag with all your ingredients and a frozen or refrigerated now because I got this already. Um, so this is my pork chop in the bag, but sometimes like the last one had cheese and some yogurt, so that was in with this. So anything refrigerated comes in this little bag. Um, this also includes some garlic and cilantro. Comes in a little bag. String. It comes with string. Tomatoes. Seasoning. Salt. I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, sugar and cumin blend. Some more string. This would be my oregano. This would be my shallot. I got lime, and I got 8 potatoes to make this. So this cost 50 some bucks for 3 meals. It's for 2 servings per thing. And then I had a discount, so it usually equals out to be about $13 per plate. Like I said, I wasn't impressed with my first one, so I'm glad I got a discount. I'm hoping this one turns out better. But we'll see. I'm not going to videotape me like cleaning and cutting things. I'll do it more as we talk about how it went and how the time's going. Like I said, right now we're sitting at 4:42, so time-wise, we're going to see how long this actually takes me. I should say, the first step it wants me to do is read through the whole recipe, which I did before I videotaped, but it wants me to wash and dry all the products. It wants me to mince my cilantro. It wants me to peel and dice the shallot, remove oregano, and then it wants me to discard the stem and then mince. Mince the garlic, cut potatoes, zest lime, cut in half and juice. Slice tomatoes in half and remove pork chops and then rinse and dry those. So that is literally all my first instructions. I will say this, that I know I'm going to have to mix the sauce. The lime is going in with the sugar and cumin blend, so I'm probably going to, like I said, I'm going to tweak a little bit here. That'll probably be the last thing I wash because there's no point to do that otherwise. So I know I said I read all this, but apparently I didn't read it very well. I'm glad I read it before I got any further. The zest is actually going in the Pico de Gallo, and the juice is going into the Mojo sauce. So I was trying to debate how I wanted to do this because, different things. So I think I'm going to actually do both at once because that is what I'm starting with. It's something that has to go into that. It's something that has to be used in both, so I want to make sure I get those into separate bowls and you read this correctly. So obviously I'm already failing at this, but it didn't fail all the way. I still haven't figured out what the string is for, even though I've reread this about 3 times. I haven't figured that out. I hope to figure that out eventually. So I'm going to grab another bowl here. The Mojo sauce, really, I don't think I need a large bowl for this. At most, I need a half a cup of oil. Now, I will say this, it does not provide the oil. You have to provide your own oil to do this kind of recipe. Um, and so I'm just going to do a small bowl for that, just like a normal cereal bowl that we have. And the Pico de Gallo, it just has some of the shallots, the tomatoes, the cilantro, and the lime zest. So, and only a little bit of oil. So I don't really need that big of bowls for this. I think it calls for something even bigger than this. About 2 small mixing bowls. You could probably get away with some cereal bowls if you're like me and have these really deep cereal bowls. Although I do have a small mixing bowl, but my other one is dirty from attempting my last meal. But anyways, we're gonna zest this baby. I have this little mini grater to get me started. My mom gave me this for Christmas, and I didn't really think a large one was necessary to zest. So I'm going to pause it now because you don't need to watch me zest. So we're on to the next step here. You can actually look at what I'm doing. I don't have a lot of counter space, so we're kind of using my oven. Stovetop. Because yeah, I really actually have no space. I've already measured a fourth a cup of oil. So pour that in there. So this is the cumin and sugar combination. Well, at least I hope it is. I have no other options, so we're assuming. Pour that in there. I already have a spoon out as well. So it wanted me to chop up all my oregano, throw that in there, and we minced it. Sorry, not chopped. And then I had to mince up my garlic, which I had a couple cloves of that, and I then cut that in half. Actually, we're gonna put some of that over there. There was a little bit more than I really wanted in there. I'm gonna throw that in there. And we're gonna squeeze in my lime juice. This lime is actually really hard to cut and really hard to juice, apparently. Oh, come on. If I would have known it would take this much effort, I would have done it before I started the video again. Sorry about that. And then I get to just mix it up. And that would be my Mojo sauce. Right? Yep. Where are my directions? They're over here. Yep. So then I'm supposed to mix this well, then cover it, and set aside for later. Make sure I get that well mixed. My apartment smells real good right now. It smells with the oregano and the lime and everything. It smells really, really good, and it's making me really, really happy. This combination does not smell as good now. That was the olive oil in there, I don't think. I'm sure it'll be tasty, it just doesn't smell as good. So, I will get back to you when I'm on to the next thing. So the next step is to make the Pico de Gallo. It calls for a tablespoon of olive oil, which is already in here, the zest, and a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. The tomatoes, which have been sliced, so those are going in. The shallot, which has been diced, and the garlic. The rest of the garlic goes in there. So this will consist of my Pico de Gallo, apparently. So we're going to give this a good mix. Get everything really coated in all the oil and the salt and pepper mixed in. And we'll see what this leads to next. They want me to cover and refrigerate. So that's what we'll do. We'll follow directions correctly this time because, new recipe, should follow some of the rules. So minor failure on my part, I forgot to do cilantro. I knew something was wrong. I was like, this isn't looking right. I'm missing something. And then I looked over and I was like, look at that little bag of cilantro. So we're going to fix that. Cilantro and pico de gallo is highly important. So the next part includes, you can see it's already starting to pop a little bit, frying the potatoes. I've sliced them into 1/4 inches here. A potato slices up to be a lot of slices. So they want me to fry these for 3 to 4 minutes on one side and then flip them over and just continue the process and to drain them onto paper towel. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my computer away from the popping oil. So there will be no video of me doing this. Okay, thanks. So I also cooked the pork chop and plated it while the rest of my potatoes were frying because it is now 6:07 and I'm hungry and I want to eat. But this is what it looks like after it's been plated. So you take your potatoes and then you do the Mojo sauce and then you put your pork chop on and then the Pico de Gallo and then you do some more Mojo sauce. So this is it. Looks good. Oh, there goes the tomato. The tomato tastes good. So, well, I would actually show you me eating. You really don't want to see me eat. I'm not a pretty eater. So hold on. So, impressions. Good. The pork chop, I don't know if I mentioned, is just literally just salt and pepper with olive oil to fry it up, cook it up. The only thing I gotta say about a lot of the stuff I cooked, and this is the second meal I cooked with local curry, is the timing when it comes to cooking is a little bit off. I've noticed that with the chicken, they were like 3 to 4 minutes or something like that on one side, and then the other side, and it was raw in the middle. And again, with the pork chop, I cooked it longer than they said to get it so it wasn't pink. I'm not a big fan of pink, and it's not burnt by any means, but yeah. So meals, this is actually pretty good. I like it. It's something different. It's something easy for me to put together. I would say if I were probably to do this again, I'd start cutting out the potatoes right away and fry the potatoes as I do everything else. But yeah, overall, this was fun to make. It was delicious. I would definitely invite a friend over and let them eat this. Of course, my leftovers are going for my lunch tomorrow, but that is all. I would give this 7 out of 10.